Hi, and welcome to my Tuesday evening live card making tutorial. Oh my goodness, Miss Bonnie B is already here. Well, welcome, Miss Bonnie, and she shared it, and I'm kind of wondering if she's the one who already gave it a thumbs up. I usually get a couple thumbs up before it starts. So welcome. And this evening, what we're going to do is build a doghouse for this card is just stinking cute. It's a sarcastic birthday card, and I really like sarcasm. And it may not be pretty, but I love it. And using the retiring one more year stamp set. So let me start by introducing myself. I'm Shelley Godby, and for 24 years, I've been teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles through my YouTube videos, my Stamping Smiles blog, and my mailing list. And we've got some others. Miss Adelaide is here, and Miss Tammy. Well, good evening, ladies. All right. So let's have a closer look at what we'll be using this evening, a couple of them. So here's the one more. Oh, Miss Nancy, fantastic. The one more year stamp set. And like I said, it's retiring and available now only while supplies last. And this was one of my first purchases from the January through April mini catalog because it cracks me up. You know, that dog, look at him, and we'll be using him today. And it says, "You're how old in dog years?" You'd be, well, at least not as old as you will be next year. And happy birthday, another wrinkle wiser. And oh, and this goes with this aging fine like cheese and wine. That's a pretty image. Happy birthday. Now back to me. And we'll be using the retiring Country Birdhouse dies to build the doghouse. And I got that idea from one of the samples that Stampin' Up had. And then I took the card and made it my own. And that's a lot of fun, isn't it? So these are retiring and available only while supplies last. And they are discounted 10%, as you can see there. So you've got the QR codes to follow. All right. Let's see. All right. Oh, Miss Roxanne is here in Miss Body. Yeah, that dog, stinking funny. Oh, and Miss Shirl is here. I know. I mean, well, the greetings and him, and the others are cute too, but that one just gets me. And so, yeah, retiring. I mean, things could sell out anytime. You know, we had free shipping and a lot of things sold out. As I'm looking through what's left to design a card for you all, like, wow, it's getting low. And speaking of specials, all right, Stampin' Up just announced this. This is something I don't ever remember in my 24 years, and probably not. Stampin' Rewards, because now they start with orders only at $20 if you opt in. You have to opt in when you're placing your online order. And so uh, May 2nd and 3rd, in celebration of National Scrapbooking Day, which it's a worldwide event, double the Stampin' Rewards. So all you have to do is get your order to $20 and double the Stampin' Rewards instead of 10%, 20. It's like, whoa. So and as I was telling a friend about that, you would think it would just be on the new scrapbooking line. Oh no, no, no. It is good on everything except for Paper Pumpkin. So if you can order it in my online store, double the Stampin' Rewards, 20% off. So how exciting. So May 2nd and 3rd. All right, so here's our doggy. I know. It's he is just too stinking cute. I'm using the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad because I will be coloring with the Stampin' Blends. And I'm stamping on the basic white cardstock. Whenever you want to stamp on white cardstock, you absolutely want to use the Stampin' Up white cardstock. This was designed for stamping. It has a smooth, tight finish for crisp, clean images. Oh, Miss Cheryl. Well, you know what? Maybe that's what cell phones are for. Some people do. They're able to place those orders on their mobile devices. I mean, I've done it, but I'm more of a computer person. So what I have here are the paper snips. I know the fussy cutting isn't the favorite of some. I actually like it. But when you see this card, you will want to cut him out too. And so we'll use the paper snips and leave a white border all the way along. And you want to do nice long strokes, not short choppy ones. Here we go. All right. And this card is so simple, but seriously stinking cute. Oh my gracious. Okay. So there we go. So to me, watching someone cut out is like letting paint, like watching paint dry. So I have one cut out. All right. So let's go ahead and do some coloring. And I've got Pretty in Pink here for his tongue. And for most of it, because it's a small image, let me come in a little closer. I can always back out when we do our die cutting. There we go. The bullet, because I've got a lot of small areas here. So we'll color in his tongue. And then with the Pretty in Pink dark, we'll do some shading. So there we go. Fantastic. Now, I have to admit, I followed how they did it, and I just loved it. So right here, I've got, oh, gray granite. Okay, I was thinking it was smoky slate, but this will work too. And they colored in right in here, but you don't color in everything. So we're leaving his nose and around his eye. So we're not making everything. There we go. That won't hurt because that eye is closed. But this just gives it a little bit of color. Like, oh, cute, cute, cute. Okay. And then this took me a little bit to see, but I really liked it. I've got the light crumb cake. Wow, I didn't have that lid on good. And his paws, a little bit of color on his paws, which added a lot. And then in the folds here, and his ears, and just that touch of color, really, it's really adorable on the paws. Okay. Oh, thank you, Miss Cheryl. She liked and shared my video too. So thank you all for reminding me. If you would, please give my video a thumbs up, a like, and a share. I sure appreciate that. All right. So now I'm going to color his hat. And I'm going to be using the Timeless Plaid paper, so I'm coordinating with that. All right, there we go. Pull this off, and so this is Daffodil Delight Light. And right there, a little bit of color. So see, he takes no time at all to call it all. Okay, Miss Roxanne. Well, that's a good, fussy cutting is a good, find a good program to watch and just sit there. Well, I listen to TV. I watch very little. I listen. And that would be a good project to do. And so, oh, I didn't tell you the color. This is the light Lost Lagoon. And there he is. He's done. So simple, simple, simple. All right, so we will be using the Country Birdhouse Dies that are retiring. And I was kind of surprised because they were so popular last year. You know, they were just introduced. And I have these stored on a magnet card. And I get these from Stampin' Storage, super strong. I mean, seriously, these aren't falling off. So much easier to get it back on here instead of on the cardstock with the tape. And then go ahead and store them in one of the pockets. And then there's room for the label. And it just keeps it all together. And I put that insert from there in there. And so this is a separate company from Stampin' Up. It sounds like a Stampin' Up thing, but they have products to beautifully organize your stamps and your craft room. So make sure that you're ordering, follow those links to make sure you get the pockets and not the sleeves, because I've made that mistake. So with these, we will die cut our cardstock. And this is the Neutrals cardstock 6x6 retiring. And look at that discount. So it is 30% off, of course, while supplies last. So if things are still there on Friday, you're going to see a lot more wiped out with the sale. So if there's something you really, really want, I wouldn't even wait till then. Okay, let's come back and I'm sure, let's see. All right. Okay, so bring that back. There we go. We are good. So we're going to die cut both of these using the birdhouse to make a doghouse. Clever, clever, clever. All right, so what I have here is my Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. Love this. Love how it folds up so it doesn't take very much room on my shelf. And, oh, I do have one more thing. Because I'm using the thin metal dies and I want them to be held in place, I am going to go ahead and use my magnetic platform. Now, this is something I picked up on Amazon, and that's why I have the QR code, or you can find the link under my video. Do you see all those little circles? Those are the magnets. And that's what the dies cling to, so we don't need to use any adhesive. Okay, so let's get, there we go. Oh, don't do that, because we're cutting. And you need the right thickness. We need a cutting plate. So I've got a plate number 3. Now my paper cardstock, and keep them rotated and don't always go to the center. Go different places. And let's grab this. And that rough edge, that's the cutting edge. So we put that down. And I do want this on straight, so my stripes of my doghouse are going straight up and down. And then we have the roof, and that is soft suede cardstock. And we'll use this die. This is just the cutest set, the things you can do with it. And plop that on there. All right. You know how to, there we go. Just need to make sure it stays on there. You need to find the magnet so it doesn't, you saw it, could you see how it was turning? That's why I like to just drop them down and let it find a magnet. And then to finish, we need another plate number 3. Okay, here we go. All right, so I've asked you to give my video a thumbs up and a share. I'm supposed to remember that. I've talked to you about the retiring products because, yeah, while supply lasts. So things can sell out anytime. And of course, about the double Stampin' Rewards special this Friday and Saturday for National Scrapbooking Day. How cute is this? All right, so that's what we need. And that's what I like about, just go right back on there. And they have this die to make a hole for the birds. Well, we're doing something larger than that, so we won't be using that, but a lot of really adorable dies with this. Okay. And so tomorrow I'll have a link to my blog post with all of the measurements to make it easy for you to duplicate if you'd like to make this too, as well as a downloadable PDF that includes a card sketch. All right, Miss Roxanne, we'll see you another time. I guess not Friday if I get over here. I plan to. Have a good trip. So I'm taking my paper snips, cut along the bottom because, there we go. Voila, doghouse. Okay, and let's use our Stampin' Seal. And we'll put this on top, for the roof. Cute, cute, cute. I mean, if you were doing a girl dog, you could use that lacy looking, because the stamp set is retiring too that goes with it. Okay, this just keeps getting better and better, doesn't it? And this is super fun. I looked again at their sample, and the doghouse opening, so not perfect. It was just an oval that lopsided. And I thought, well, I could do lopsided all day long. And so how cute is that? Oh my gracious. So let's use our Stampin' Seal again. Yeah, lopsided. Yeah, if I had to do a perfect one, that would not have been good. Okay, so look at that. How stinking easy was that, and how cute. We've got a doghouse and a dog to sit in front of it. So now to finish it, all right, What I have here is basic beige cardstock. I was going to put it on white like they did, and I thought, no, I like the warmth of this. All right. And back with our Stampin' Seal. And again, I'll have all the measurements tomorrow for you. All right. And then, of course, got to use my favorite adhesive ever. We've got our Stampin' Dimensionals here. These foam adhesive dots add so much to our projects. So just popping him out, adorable. Okay, look at that. They just seem to come off so easily anymore. I don't even have to show you my little thumbnail trick. And there he is. Cute, cute, cute. Oh, thank you, Miss Cheryl. All right. And so, isn't this cute? This, to me, looks like a Polaroid. And our greeting can go right down here. You're how old? In dog years, you would be. And so back with the Tuxedo Black Memento ink pad. Super simple card, but oh my goodness. We all have someone on our list that we can tease. You've got some you can't tease, but okay, let's come down here. Of course, straight up and down. Very nice. And I'm on a clear block H. And I've talked to you about our clear blocks. They are so comfortable to hang on to because there's a groove in there instead of just straight, and polished, and yeah, not uncomfortable at all to hang on to. Okay, so let's do this. More Stampin' Seal. And there we go. Well, Old Olive is one of the colors, and I also thought, well, that looks like the grass, so that'll work. Okay, and then for our card base, I have Lost Lagoon, the Lost Lagoon in here, keeping it oh so coordinated. And I just really like tone on tone. So this will go on here, but remember I was telling you about the timeless plaid. Isn't that beautiful? So you got the Lost Lagoon and the Old Olive. Now this is not retiring, but this is an online exclusive. Look at these patterns. And I mean, these patterns are just so, I really like plaid. And Father's Day's coming up, masculine cards, but just so much more. Love these. And so that's the Timeless Plaid and online exclusives. So let's come back with our Stampin' Seal. Isn't this one gorgeous? It's hard to pick a favorite. I think that's pretty much in the center. There we go. And so then back with, of course, my favorite adhesive, Stampin' Dimensionals. Because for such a simple card, giving this a lift, it really does step it up. There we go. Fantastic. So the annual catalog, the 25-26 starts May 6th. So I'm recommending to all my sweet stampers, and you are a sweet stamper if you're watching me. We stock up on cardstock. Cardstock is increasing, and punches. So that'll be a great thing to order by May 5th. Yeah, Miss Patricia. Yeah, this paper is awesome. So stock up on cardstock before the prices go up. And if you do that and order at least $20, because Stampin' Rewards start at $20, on May 2nd or 3rd, you'll get double the Stampin' Rewards. Punches are going up, so you can beat that. And there are some bundles that the two things are carrying over, the stamp set and the die or the punch, but the bundle discount isn't carrying over. So you can get those discounts through May 5th. So I'm recommending you do all that. And of course, grab anything that's retiring, like the One More Year stamp set. the Country Birdhouse Dies before things get gone. All right, and so what I have here, also retiring, the Earth Tones gems. They're 10% off. And here we go. I've I'm using the crumb cake. Oh, there we go. And so I like to press down on them first. So let's have a look at it first. And then, so let's take it in. There we go. And see what you think after we add the embellishments. I thought it just really another step up. There we go. So I'm pressing down so the adhesive sticks to the gem and not that acetate sheet. Okay, another large one right there. Well, oh, there it is. I say, I know sure I used an odd number. And we'll come down here and add yet another one. And there we go. We built a doghouse quickly and easily using the retiring, last chance, however you want to call it, Country Birdhouse Dies. But really, you want him. He is too cute. And how easy is that? Yeah, I like it a lot better with the gems. Well, I mean, obviously, or I wouldn't have done that, but it did. It went from plain to like, okay, that's pretty cool. And so there we go. Easy, easy, easy. I mean, it's only 7:21. Holy smokes. All right, so if you're just joining us, please give my video a thumbs up and a share. I'll appreciate that so much. Tomorrow I'll have a link to my blog post once it's done uploading to HD with all of the measurements, as well as a downloadable PDF that'll include the card sketch, because you could use this card sketch, template, whatever, layout, whatever you want to call it, for other projects. Well, thank you, Miss Tammy. Yeah, he's stinking cute. And the double the Stampin' Rewards, May 2nd and 3rd. Okay, so here we go. Oh, thank you, Miss Cheryl. It is. I'm not trying to be immodest, but I did. You might want to go to my online store and look up One More Year in the sample, and you'll see how they did it. And so, I like I said, I made it then my own. It's not the same card, but I sure got that idea of the Country Birdhouse Dies for the doghouse. Thought that is so stinking clever. My first thought was, oh, someone was, knew how to hand cut. Like, oh no, they didn't. We've got products for this. And so there you go. Well, thank you, Miss Bonnie B. And the colors, they're muted but very, very masculine. And where theirs was more colorful. So you can compare and contrast. And of course, you make it your own too. So I believe that's everything I was supposed to tell you. And I mean, huge news. Double the Stampin' Rewards. Just make sure you opt in. And when you log in, if it's the first time you've logged into or create an online account, it's right there. Don't ignore it. All you do is click accept or whatever it says. I don't remember right now, but super easy. That's all you have to do. You just have to opt in and then 20%. And that'll be sitting there for you for your next order. So life is good. Aw, thank you, Miss Cheryl. Aw, you're so sweet. All right. So that's it, huh? Okay. It's been one of those days, go, 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 but it's all good because it was Tuesday and I got to spend it with you my Tuesday evening. So it's that time where I say thank you for joining me. I'm Shelley Godby, teaching you how to create hand stamped smiles. Good evening and God bless.